Oh, what do you mean?
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to round 4 of the DRS Racing League. Round 2 and round 3, I do apologise that I missed. It's personal stuff. But today we are here at Vietnam at the Hanoi circuit. Obviously, in the actual F1 season, they never raced here due to COVID. But today, it's finally time to bring this league to the country of Vietnam. And today, for the pre-race press conference, last time we had Bo, who is one of the 3 owners. I'm also one of them. And I think it's time to bring on the last owner of the league, and that is Jordan.
Hi, guys. You're only getting
Right, mate. How you doing, mate?
I'm okay. How are you?
I'm doing pretty good. So, today is probably one of the most difficult circuits on the calendar. Obviously, we've already had the likes of Monaco, but it could be a real challenge today. So how are you feeling to conducting yourself around the track and like the awareness of today? How could that factor into someone's like race going well or going absolutely poorly?
Well, I'm going to tell you how I want my race to come out, and then you can have your verdict through that. So my plan for the race today is literally just to be safe, get around the track without hitting a wall, finish the race, hopefully within points. Yeah, that's pretty much it. But I do think it is going to be a difficult one.
As do I. Obviously, Vietnam is kind of one of the more narrow circuits with some of the deadliest corners on the calendar, and awareness is definitely going to be one of the main factors in this race. So, is there anyone that you're really seeing as like a threat on the track?
A threat. I'm starting to see Vibs as a threat, believe it or not. I'm starting to see that he's got more pace since he started. But no, other than that, everybody else is in the same kind of category as it was before, if that makes any sense at all. Right.
Fair enough. Obviously, this is the 4th race. We are halfway through the season. The championship is kind of taking shape here. Obviously, we've got Mix, who is currently the lead of the championship, but we've also got Callie, who looks very strong. But unfortunately, due to him being in a couple of incidents, especially at Monaco, he had 8 points taken away from him. So he's kind of
very
down
unlucky.
the pack. But if he does improve himself, then he will be able to challenge for the title. So my question is, who do you think is going to win the title this season?
It's too close to call, I think, this season. Last season, there's certain drivers which we knew were going to get it, but this season's going to be completely different, I think. It's going to turn it upside down.
Yeah. It's always been this in Formula One. The one thing that has kept people enticed to the sport is anything could happen, and we've definitely seen that on odd occasions.
Yeah, especially with the first race. I don't know if you covered over that, but our first race was a little bit disgusting.
Yeah, Spain was a madhouse, if I'm being quite honest.
It's a bit annoying though. Spain's my favourite track, and I was really looking forward to it. You know, I've got the league started early, just so we could get it going, and then it was horrible. It was horrible.
It really did turn into a madhouse, and obviously we have to restart the race as well.
Yeah, and even the restart for me, I got taken out before the first corner. I got put into the pit wall.
Yeah. it was all a madhouse in that race, but Vietnam could even be that much more deadlier.
I
And
think
obviously,
Vietnam's going to be a good race today, to be honest. Like by the sounds of it on the party, everyone's feeling composed and sounds composed, and do you know what I mean? They all sound ready.
let's hope they
So
are.
I think they are. Oh, quick change of updates. Looks like we've got Group B driver.
Yep.
We have a Bo that has joined. We have a Ghosty. Yeah, we're having Group B drivers put in. So
Yeah, you could take care of that. But in the meantime, one last question I want to ask you is: who do you see as your closest rival this season, and who are you planning to get ahead of?
the person that I'm trying to get ahead of. Oh, see, I'm tempted to say Justin. I want to be able to be faster than Justin. That would be my achievement for maybe not just this race, but the end of the season. But you know, beggars can't be choosers. I can only do what I can do.
That is true. That is true.
But my
Uh,
rival, I have said his name before. I think it is actually Vibs. I think Vibs is my rival. I would say J Dog, but he's in my team, so he's not really a rival.
yeah, you're always looking to beat your teammate, anyways, and that is probably the closest person that you can be compared to is always your teammate.
Yeah, I think me and my teammate are quite close compared when it comes down to the track.
Yeah, you used to have the longest working relationship in this league, so it,
Defending champions, whoop whoop.
yeah,
Yeah, I don't think it's going to happen this season, I'm afraid. But you know, we'll do what we've done last time. Be consistent. Keep that communication up. Anything can
yeah,
happen, like you said.
yeah. Obviously, that happened last season. It was a three-way battle going into the final race.
It was a good battle. Very good.
Yeah, and let's hope it could be like this season.
Yes. We can only hope.
Yep. But Jordan, just want to say thank you for coming along to the press conference for today. I greatly appreciate your time, and I'm looking forward to seeing you out on track.
Well, yeah. Thank you. Thank you for bringing me along. First
All
time
right.
being here. It's
Yep.
like a proper interview.
Yep. Let's hope it's not the last.
Yeah, man.
All right. Take care. There you go, ladies and gentlemen. We have got the interview out of the way, which means only one thing. That it's nearly time for the race. But we just need to have a couple of words. Not them words. Obviously, today's race is going to be a bit of a chaotic one. So let's just hope that the drivers could take care of themselves and the people around them at the same time. And obviously, if you hear some bangs in the background, that is fireworks. So can't really do much about that. But I hope you're all here for the ride. It is going to be a very, very integral race this season. Obviously, because Vietnam is such a iconic, such a difficult track to get around, especially side by side in the heat of battle. It will always be the difficult task of where do you place your car and where exactly do you place your racing line when alongside people, especially the swooping left-hander going onto the long straight. That is where I think most of the key problems will be caused. And then obviously in the final sector, you have the fast left-right-handers going towards the third final corner, which if you go side by side there, it's guaranteed for people to maybe have a bit of contact. But I think it's time that we get into this, hopefully. The drivers, like Jordan said, raring to go, and we shall see what really sets people apart in this race today. But we will give it a few minutes, and hopefully we should be underway. It is raining it down outside today. But, well, at least it's not raining in Vietnam. That would be a pain. That's probably two of the worst combinations you could have, Vietnam and rain. Give it a moment, guys. Taking a bit longer than expected. Just having a bit of problems, guys. It's been a bit of a hassle. We should be good to go then. Sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen, but we are getting ready to go. So, let's get the audio. First up, we've got qualifying at Vietnam. See right here, we're about to get into this. Let's hope this goes better than the Spanish qualifying, which, to be fair, was pretty interesting. Obviously, apologies about the video. I can't really do much about it. Obviously, I've had suggestions to do this on Twitch, but it's not going to do as well on Twitch, realistically. So, you know. But we have got 15 drivers, I think. I'll be proved wrong if I am. So, yeah. But I'm really looking forward to this race. It's going to be one of the more dramatic races. Damage, for the first time, is on simulation. So that's going to be very interesting to see how drivers will adapt to that. But I think we are ready, ladies and gentlemen, for Vietnam. I'm really nervous. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we are in for the Vietnamese Grand Prix at Hanoi for the first time ever on the DRS Racing League. This could be legendary. And there is 15 people indeed. It is very overcast here in Vietnam. Obviously, like I said the last time, this is based all upon the... How do I say that? It's all based on... I don't help. How to wait. Yeah, do it like that. It's all based around the real life weather, which right now in Hanoi at Vietnam is pretty overcast, but there is forecast for rain, so there will be rain in the race, ladies and gentlemen. Rain is confirmed in the race, and we have got our first drivers coming out of the pits. Look like everyone's getting out there. Got Thack, we've got Wobble, we've got a lot of drivers coming out. We've got Cobra in the McLaren, obviously got some new faces here. Couple from Group B are taking over the roles of, well, taking over the reins of the people in Group A for this session. But we've got a lot of drivers out on the track today. So let's see how people react. Obviously, it's going to be a lot more easier to crash into the walls now because of simulation damage, but that'll just make people more vigilant to be more cautious. But we'll see how it really goes here. Obviously, last time at Spain, Mick's got pole, just pipping Cali, I think. Or was it the other way around? I can't really remember, but I think it was Mick's that got pole. So, just remember, ladies and gentlemen, one of the rules that we have separated ourselves from the actual Formula One grid is that whoever gets pole position will get a point. And whoever gets driver of the day will get a point. Just to kind of make driver of the day seem more like more than just an animation. But I think we're about to see the first qualifying lap from RRBH Cobra. Parger's now joined along with his teammate Mix, and here we go for the first qualifying lap around Vietnam. Let me quickly turn up the audio for you guys. Oh, that's an invalidated lap. Ghost is going pretty good here. We've got Wobble Tiger, the first one on an official lap here. So let's see how it goes as he's going down one of the many long straights around Vietnam. And there's a yellow flag. That dude has got into a wall. What's happened there? What happened? Oh, he's gone right into the barrier. Look at him. Oh my days. Let's keep an eye on Wobble here as he's doing his first lap around Vietnam on the longest straight in the F1 calendar. I do believe that is correct. But here it comes, doing 205, 206 miles an hour. Beautiful break in there. Gets it turned in absolutely beautifully. And he gets the correct acceleration through the corner. Played it all in line whilst keeping a composed and vital awareness around him. This is probably one of the more difficult parts around the track. Just look at the way he's absolutely just composed through the corner, just making it just with enough speed. And here he comes. He's lost his ERS for the rest of the lap. But I think that's going to matter too much around here as he comes round the final corner with a 1:35.2. That is a very good lap from the rated point. But here is SF76573. Justin's done a 1:36.3. He's nearly a second slower. But here goes SF with a 1:36.374. That is very close. But here is King Kali going for a wiser choice on the medium tyre. Oh, nearly losing it. Bit of just locked up his tyre tightly there. But here he comes round the final corner with some good acceleration. But will that be enough? He's got P4. P2, P3 and P4 looking very tight right now. But here comes Uvan through the tight middle, well, the tight last sector here. Just trying to get enough speed through these medium speed corners, which is obviously one of the biggest weaknesses with the F1 cars of right now in 2021. But here we go. Through the final corner. It looks like Uvan's going to have a very slow time. It's a 1:38.6. But here we have Bo just ending the long straight on his mediums. Obviously, Bo's kind of known as a specialist on the mediums around these tracks. But here we go. He's going to come through the final sector here. And Wobble Tiger's retired. What's happened there? On the main straight. Let's see if we can get any coverage of it. We'll probably get some of Bo's POV. But we'll keep following on from Bo. It looks like Wobble kind of lost it in the final corner. But here goes Bo with a 1:37.4 in P5. But here we have Dolomite here going to do his lap. Let's hope he can do a very good lap. And SF has done a 1:35.0 to take provisional pole. And Dollar goes a slight bit wide through the corner. The overcast weather has really got to be affecting the tyres. You've got to do a lot more to heat them up to get them to the perfect temperature. But let's see if Dollar can capitalise on people's weaknesses with the tyres around this track. Looks like there is a slow Williams of Mix just cruising back to the pit after he's doing his outlap at the moment. Okay. Vibbs is also doing his outlap with Parjan as well. And it looks like he's got the Alpha Tower. Oh! And SF has gone wide. That's got to be a bit disappointing there. There's a yellow flag for Dollar. He's going a bit too slow. Has he got any wing damage? It looks like he has. He lost a bit of his end plate going through the sector. Like I said, ladies and gentlemen, it could be a very dangerous part of the track. It could be very, very deadly. And as we see, going toward the back here, Mix kind of separated himself. A Dollar gets a 1:43.6. That is very slow. Probably due to the wing damage. We do not fully know the circumstances of that lap time. But here's Parjan with a 5:20. A 5-minute lap time. What on earth? I would like to know what the hell happened to Parjan to make it 5 minutes. Unless I'm reading it wrong, but it does say 5 minutes. So I'm not too sure what has happened there. Looks like the yellow flash for an Alpha Tauri, but he looks fine now. A 6-minute lap time. I'm confused, but we'll ignore that. Here comes Ghosty now. He did a 26-second sector 2. That is a very good time. He's in the Mercedes for this race. Gracefully taking over one of the Mercedes Group A drivers. But he's doing a pretty good sector here. Keeping the car within the lines, keeping it perfect. Getting the turning angle just right here. You can see the heat coming off of the engine, the rear. But here we go. What time's this? It's a 1:37.5. That is a decent lap. He's close to Bo, but Bo was on the mediums and he's coming out of the pits. But here comes Bibbs now, as this is one of Jordan's main rivals this season. And Jordan does not seem to be coming out yet. I think he might be saving some of his tyres and just going for one lap. But here's Bibbs doing his last couple of corners on his second lap on the softs again. And it is a 1:36.9 and he's jumped up to 5th. But it is it's half a second gap between P4 and P5. But here we are, Parjan now. Finally, it shows the correct time here. He's doing a pretty good time on the mediums. Sorry. What time is this going to be? A 1:37.0. He's just behind Bibbs by over a tenth. We got Ghosty, I think, doing his in-lap. We got Mix doing a lap. Obviously, one of the big title rivals this season, and there's yellow flags up ahead. I think it's Jordan going slow. Oh, it's J-Dog going slow. He's got to make way for the Williams doing his qualifying lap on the mediums. Look like people are really like they're 50-50 on what to do when it comes to the race. It looks like Cobra has taken pole position by 4 tenths. That is a very good lap. But we are still here with Mix to see what he can do about his time. And he's going into the pits. And Dollar has improved his time, but it's not by a lot. It's by 3 seconds, but he's still just over 2 seconds, just under 2 seconds behind. But Fox and Giordini and J-Dog are doing the laps. Dollar is slow, but he's getting out of the way of Jordan. I don't know how much time that's going to cost him, but we will see. Here comes Fox on the longest straight in the calendar, and Uvan has left the session. That's got to be a bit poor, and it looks like J-Dog's going to the pits. I think he might have had some wing damage there. But here comes Jordan now on the longest straight in the F1 calendar. Fox has done it, and he's now just needs to get past this difficult final sector. And he got a purple middle sector. This could be a threat to Cobra. Let's see how it goes with 6 minutes remaining in the session. Could this be the threat that we have been experiencing? We know Fox is a very fast driver, but he has not been able to unlock his full capabilities around in this season. Last season, he was pretty quick, but too inconsistent. But let's see how it goes here. He's gone slow. It's not looking good. It's a 1:42.0, but I think the purple middle sector just shows how quick he could really be. And here's Jordan now doing his time on the mediums. Yet again, everyone's it's a 60-40 right now on what's the best tyre for the race. And a 1:38.5 has put Jordan into 10th place. And Callie did a 1:34.7. That's a really great lap. I did not see that. But here we have SF doing his lap, I believe. Unless he's just done it and improved slightly. But here's Bo on the softs now. I think everyone's just using mediums as kind of like a standard of what they should expect their times to be about. Obviously, we could not do practice due to time being a bit weird because our clocks went backwards in the UK. There's a bit of a complicated situation. But it looks like Bo is going to be catching up to one of the Mercedes. Now, obviously, it is compliant that if you are within a certain time frame to a car ahead, but the car behind is doing a qualifying lap, they have to pull over into a safer place to let the person behind do their lap. If not, I shoot the kneecaps. So let's see how Bo does here. Going through, and he's going into the pits. Guess he wasn't confident in his lap. But here's Parjan now. Obviously, Williams have kind of come into their own so far, and it looks like there's a slow AlphaTauri. Just I think there might have been a slight problem with that sector. Let's see how Parjan performs here. The top three so far are Cobra, Cali, and SF. Wobble Tiger cannot improve his time because of his. He kind of retired. I don't know what the issue was, but we know that he did indeed retire. But Parjan looks like he's really trying to throw the car into the corner. A bit. There we go. Told you. Looks like, oh, Jordan's got a puncture. That's what happened. Oh, damn. I guess the risks are very real. As Mix has finally gone out for a medium run. Did he? I mean, there's not much point in doing a medium run if he can't get in the top 10. But it looks like the 8,000 second gap between him and Jordan is what's making him think to do his medium run. Just trying to just move his way, dance his way through the final couple of corners to get the most speed out of the car. Come to the second final corner now into the final corner. And can he improve his time? And that is a big yes, a 1:36.8. He's only 4 thousandths off of Bo in P6. But Bo was on the medium, so you cannot blame him there. That's a very great lap. J-Dog currently going through the final couple of corners to do his first official lap. It's not looking like a pole plating lap, but it's looking like a 1:37.2, which is P11, just ahead of his teammate, and Mix has retired. I wonder what's happened there. I think he just retired the car, I believe. I think that's the best he could do with the tyres, so he's just pulled over to the side and retired the car. And everyone now, we have 1 minute remaining in the entire session. So it looks like everyone will just be trying. Oh, Justin got a puncture as well. Oh my god. Looks like everyone's kind of going for it. SF now going for his lap. We've got Parjan and King Cali very close to each other. This could be a problem. RHH Cobra decided not to go out for another lap. Could this cost him, or is he confident enough to stay ahead by 500ths of a second? This could be a very big threat. Everyone currently doing their outlaps, but will they be able to do it? Jordina looks like he'll be able to. Uvan, unfortunately, will not be able to do his outlap. Well, it's another lap. Fox, it's close, but I don't think he'll be able to. Cali locks up a bit. But here we go. Fox has retired. He's just left it at that. Unfortunately, Fox will be starting P15. And King Cali is also retired. I think he's just done enough. Oh, Callie's hit the wall. Oh no! On his fast lap, King Callie has really messed up, and Parjan is sure he's safe with his time. But here comes SF, who's done a purple middle sector. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. This is what dreams are made of. SF in the Alfa Romeo on his first race, and he's invalidated. No! He lost it. The purple middle sector was just too good to be true. And unfortunately, it is going to be P4 for SF. But here comes Bo around the final corner. Could this be an improvement on his time? And it is to P7, I think. No, he did not improve. He just missed out. And we just wait for SF and Parjan to get into the pit, and qualifying will be over. And we still have Jordan out on track. Okay. Giordini on his soft tyres. Could he be a shock here? Could he improve on his time? Could he get ahead of his teammate? It could be, but let's see. It is a 1:36.5 from Jordan. I think that's a very good lap. He's P7. What a qualifying session, ladies and gentlemen. In pole position, we have Cobra, followed by Parjan, King Callie, SF, Wobble, Justin, Jordan, Bo, Mix, Ghosty, Bibbs, J-Dog, Uvan, Dollar, Fox, and Thack. And it looks like the only person in the top 10 on the mediums is Mix. But look how close that is. 0.049 of a second. But, I mean, that gap's even more impressive. It's looking very close, ladies and gentlemen. But the race has not even begun. Let's see how it goes. Hopefully all the drivers are ready, because this is going to be a showdown around Vietnam. Obviously, since the Spain race, we've had a couple of rules. If 5 or more drivers get crashed out in the first lap, I think it is, then we will restart the race, not the qualifying. We'll just restart the race, that's it. But we've seen 3 people got punctures in the qualifying, which shows the very, very real risk of Vietnam. But it's very mixed conditions today. We will be having rain towards the end of the race. 3, 4, 5 red lights. And it's lights out. And away we go. Cobra got a shocking start. Callie takes P1. SF takes P2. And into the first corner, everyone's looking composed. Cobra's AI is ghosted. Has anything bad gone on towards the back of the pack? It's not looking so. I think everyone's kept their stuff. No big damage. And it's a virtual safety car. A virtual safety car on the first lap. It's not looking great. Cobra's lost 8 places. And Vibbs has got a 5-second penalty. So has Jordan for collision. I think that will be taken off towards the end of the race. But, I mean, it's pretty much guaranteed that'll be taken off, because you know how the AI is around here. Bo's in last. Looks like Bo did not get a great start. He's obviously using the numbers of Mick Schumacher today. King Callie first, followed by SF, Justin, Wobble, Vibbs, Jordan, Cobra, J-Dog, Ghosty, Mix, Parjan, Dollar, Uvan, Thack, Fox, and Bo. Looks like Uvan and Dollar on green flag conditions now. Dollar's lost it. He did not have a good start. And Ghosty's into the barrier. Oh no, I think he had collision with Mix, I think it was. But here we go. Obviously, the 2-stop is looking likely for the soft runners. But that's got to be disappointing there as Dollar's gone wide. And Fox is last now. but it's going to be tight between the top two. As I think it was SF that just locked up there, and Jordan has to go into the pits. Oh no. I think Jordan's got some wing damage, like too severe. But here we go now, J-Dog and Mix looking ever so close. Obviously, this is a very difficult track to overtake. J-Dog fighting for P5 with a ghosted RRH Cobra. But there we go, they've both got past. Now time for them to hunt down Bibs. It looks like King Kali's really getting a stretch on these guys. And what on earth has happened here? A lot of people in the pits. Jordan, Wobble, Parjan, Ghosty, and Dollar all in the pits. But we can ignore that for now and worry about it later, as King Kali's trying to get that 1 second gap to SF before that 3, pushing with all of his might. Looks like everyone's kind of spread out here, but here comes Cobra on J-Dog. Looks like he's just got the speed, and Mix has really put a gap in. That was a good overtake on the long straight. But here comes J-Dog back at him. Looking almighty close here. And J-Dog now chasing after Mix. Wanted that top 5 position. Here we go. J-Dog just making his way through the field. Looks like Wobble and Jordan going side by side. And Jordan's lost a bit of wing damage. I think there was a bit of contact there. Here we go. Jordan's just got no good luck this season. And there's a yellow flag for Ghosty, who has lost it again. He's got a puncture because of the wing damage that Jordan got. Oh, that is unlucky. But that is the danger of Vietnam, I'm afraid. But here we go, lap 3. SF and King Kali still fighting for the top spot. This could be very close. And in sector 3, there's a problem. Ghosty's got into the barrier. This is not looking good for the Mercedes team, as we're used to seeing them at the front of the grid, but now they're just trying to gather up themselves at the back. This is not looking great, and Ghosty's gone off again. The puncture's not doing him well. It's just not working out for the Mercedes team at the moment. Jordan's going on with that slight bit of wing damage. It's not affecting him that much. But here comes Kali. He's been overtaken by SF. I think I missed that. But these two are looking very close. It looks like there's a off-roaded bow here. Here comes Parjan and Wobble fighting. I wonder who's got DRS. It looks like Wobble has. Parjan giving him enough room. And he has gotten the overtake on the Williams driver. But Parjan could come back at any moment. And it looks like Fox and Thack had a bit of a tussle there. Thack has lost his wing. Okay. That's a big problem. But Fox now in the points. But it's all about King Kali and SF right now. The top 2 just absolutely fighting away. Let's hope we see some more action. It's just these 2 out ahead, and then everyone's kind of spread out. And Thack has fallen behind into P13. Jordan's going to the pits. I think the wing damage was too much for him there. But here we go. Down the long straight. King Kali has got DRS. Has he got the room? He does. Will SF keep the room? And he has. SF indeed looks like he has run out of ERS for a short time there. Kali has really kept it well. And he has taken first place. And there's contact! SF, with delay braking, has lost a bit of wing. And went into the back of King Kali, and he's got no more wing on his right side. Oh no, and Justin looks like he's going to take up He's going to keep the pieces and get to P2. This has not been a great start for SF. Just piles it into the back of Cali and loses his wing, and then it's just knock-on effect after knock-on effect. But Vibs had now taken the podium for McLaren, with Mick in P4 now. Mick's just keeping out of everyone's way and just focusing on his own driving and getting it all right. It looks like J-Dog's still fighting with the ghosted car of RRBH Cobra, but Uvan and Bo look to be getting very close here. This looked like a very, very, very good race for these two. Let's see how they do here. As see, currently driving the day so far will be Vibs. And Bo gets Uvan on the little straight. Let's see J-Dog and RRBH up ahead. Looks like they really slowed each other down. I see currently Jordan is the only one, along with Ghosty, to have done a two-stop, and he's gone into the pits again. Here are all the tyres that everyone's currently doing. A lot of medium runners, a lot of soft runners. There's 2 hard runners right now. Vib's the only one with penalties, but it's not looking great. Looks like Parjan and Wobble in a bit of a fight here. Parjan's got DRS. Okay. But can Wobble get past him with DRS? No. He hasn't got it, and Parjan has got the last spot in the points. And Vibs has got another 5 seconds penalty for speeding the pit lane. That's got to be a shame. Bo and Cobra now. Oh my god! Miscommunication after miscommunication there. And J-Dog's lost his front wing entirely. That is just poor. That is just very poor. Bone out to P4, but what course he does have a bit of a bad wing. But it looks like Justin's pitted to try and go for an undercut on Cali and mix it down P2 with his mediums. I think he'll only have to do a one stop today. That would, if he does, that would be very impressive. But J-Dog's kind of lost it a bit there. Had to get his entire wing taken off because Bo took most of it off for him. But not in the way that he wanted. So that is the current situation. Jordan finally getting a bit of a rhythm. He's 35 seconds behind Fox and Thack, which is not looking good. But Cali just trying to drive his wheels off before he has to pick this lap. Which I'm assuming it is this lap, because you never know. But that incident between Bo and J-Dog has got to be just absolutely distraughting for J-Dog. And Cali into the pits. Can Justin get the gap? Cali had a pretty good lap time there. But here we go. Who will get in front? Justin or Cali? It could be anyone. Bo has gone ahead of Cobra, who is ghosted. But here comes Justin. I think Cali's about to come out of his pit box now, and he has. This is it. Can Justin get ahead? Bo's going to the pits now. This could be it for Justin. Could he get past the leader? It's looking very close. It looks like he just has, maybe. And Cali's got him. Cali just gets him. The pit lane has really helped out Cali there. And he's behind. Bo pitting obviously had to change his wing as well. That's got to affect him a bit. But the current order with Mix their lead. And he's lost. He caught that one. But nearly lost it. But Mix, followed by King Cali, Justin, Cobra, Vibs, SF, Parjan, Wobble, Bo, Uvan, J-Dog, Fack, Fox, Jordan, Dollar, and Ghosty. But here we go. Mix might be catching up to the Mercedes of Dollar, I believe, but that's a bit of a lost control there. Dollar's not looking great around here. Mix obviously trying to conserve his tyres a bit longer so he can try and maybe do a one stop. But, ladies and gentlemen, my throat is fucked, so I'm going to go and get a drink. I'll be back in a minute. Oh, Mix is going to pits. Okay. He's now back out in P8. Cobra's still a goated AI. Justin and Callie are going to be fighting for first place, I believe, but Callie's got a lot more ERS, so Justin's going to kind of have to slow down here. Still got the usual bottom three. Anything going on interestingly here? Oh, Mix has caught up to Wobble. This could be very good. As he goes around the outside, just enough room. Wobble really squeezed him there, but Mix has now caught up to his teammate. This could be very interesting. Also, they don't want to slow each other down, but at the same time, they're not really fighting for championship position. But it looks like Parja might be letting Mix past. And it looks like he has, but Wobble's going to the back of him. Wobble! What the hell was that? I don't know what happened there, but I think his brakes just didn't work. He just ploughed into the back of Mix. But Cobra finally has come into the pits, which has given Vibs P4 and the allowance to go and chase after the podium place of SF, who's on the hards. Okay. Looks like he might be going for a one-stop from soft to hard. So that's what I'm thinking. Wobble obviously has to come into pits. But Bo in AI, I think he had to go and do something. But Uvan catching up and Cobra gets out ahead, which will give Bo DRS, which will give him an opportunity to stay ahead of Uvan. So let's see how this goes, ladies and gentlemen, eh? Looks like he's still catching up to him, but he's got no ERS. Bo's got enough. Cobra might be a big factor within this. Never mind, he's been passed. Justin has lost time here to Callie. It looks like Callie's really just rubbing in to the tyres a lot more now. Uvan has no ERS left. He cannot use any of it. Just DRS now, and it's not looking effective. I think his best chance right now is to stick behind. Because he's on the mediums, he won't be able to push as hard. So if he sticks behind, conserve his tyres, get the standard fuel mixture, wait for the time in like the next 3 to 4 laps, and then just go for it. Because right now he's exhausted all of his resources, but he doesn't have any. And that is the big problem. And it looks like Justin's going to the pits. Oh, it's his wing. Which gives Vibs P3 Mix the fastest lap now. It looks like these two will be fighting very hard. But the top 6 carry their own group. And then just the rest of them, obviously the gap is really there. The top 6 can have their own thing, and then it's just them lot. Looks like Mix and Vibs fighting for the last spot on the podium. Oh, side by side into the corner. It's looking good. And Mix, can he hold the position? Just going wide, giving him enough room. Through the corner again, and Vibs takes it. What? That was brilliant on-track action, but I think we're not finished. We're nowhere near finished. I'm slavering at this. This is one of the best fights I've seen in this league. Vibs and Mix still going at it, and Mix might have just got him here. And it looks like he does. That was a brilliant set of display by these two men. That was great. What a fight between these two, and I don't think it's going to end anytime soon. But right now, Uvan and Bo kind of getting a bit close here, but Uvan nearly loses it there. Nearly oozes it into a wall. But looks like Bo's called to Ghosty and Fox, I believe? No. Justin. Okay, Justin has done the overtake on him. Let's see. Viv's kind of lost a bit of time there, but I think Mix is just pushing on. Because of his soft tyres, he's going to be much quicker than everyone around the track at the moment. So Mix is trying to just push as hard as he can to make sure he gets the advantage later on. Viv's just kind of relaxing a bit, just kind of taking everything into his own stride because he knows everyone has to pit again, but he can take those tyres a lot further, a lot quicker. Whilst Mix kind of has a bit of a life expectancy on these tyres, which I guess will expire in the next 4 to 5 laps. But SF just keeping his cool, keeping his composure. And there is a yellow flag in Sector 1, and it's Ghosty, who has retired. I think he's exceeded the 15-second rule on his penalties. But it's looking very close here. Mix has got DRS now on SF. This is going to look very dangerous. And Uvan has got past Bo, but they're still side by side on the main straight. As they zoom past the camera, it looks like Uvan has just got a Bo. But will Bo risk anything there? It's not looking likely. As Bo is just going to tuck it behind and do what I said Uvan should have done to Bo. Because now look, Uvan has only got 3 to 2% ERS left, whilst Bo can just conserve and stay behind. Oh my, this is looking very close between Mix and Vibs right now. And also J-Dog is currently behind Cobra. Them two have been fighting all race, even though it's the AI. It looks like Mix can't currently get past SF. Looking close, but Fox has got past Jordan on the main straight. But here we go. We've got Wobble as well. Wobble's just going for it here. And he's just tucked in just ahead of Jordan. There we go. Mix obviously got DRS there. There's 3 DRS zones around this track. Can Mix take advantage of this next one? They've got similar ERS output here, but the hard tyres are going to be a big disadvantage. Here we go. Mix going on the run. DRS now activated, goes around the outside, nearly hitting the wall. And he's got him. And he's got P2. Mix trying to keep his championship lead. It looks like Jordan and Fox. Jordan's pitted again. That's got to suck. But it looks like SF has got him back into the corner. Mix has got to cede the position there just to make sure they can get through this section safely. Let me quickly just sort that out. But this is not over between SF and Mix. Vibs just keeping his cool, just letting P4 be P4. And Parja's gone into the pits. But SF just keeping ahead here. This is looking very tasty. Just as now I've got Parjan. I think Parjan might have wing damage. Let's see. No, I think it's just heading on to its medium tyres now. Cool. Looks like Uvar and Bo are not finished either. Obviously, these two have been fighting for a little while. So is J-Dog and Cobra, but J-Dog just can't get away from the ghosted AI driver here. Looks like he might have another challenger now in Parjan. So J-Dog finally has a bit of a challenge here. Fox is a bit lower in the grid, lower than he'd like to be, but here we go for part 2 as they zoom down to the heavy braking zone and Mix. Looks like he's just got him. They both don't have any DRS left. It's looking very unlikely that SF could get a great acceleration point, but it looks like he kind of has. But he just can't get anything out of this. Mix currently stands in P2. These two look like they've been having great fun. Bo has got past Uvan. But for how long? Looking very, very close between some cars right now. As we can see the gap to the leader right now. Some drivers have already been overlapped here. We're halfway through this exhilarating race. And Justin has pitted again, I believe. Or is this his first time? No, he's got wing damage? It don't look like it. I think he might be messed up by the game there. J-Dog's coming to pits. I think he might change it on to a set of hards. But it's looking close between Mix and SF. But Mix might be just getting out of there as quick as he can before SF can slow down on the hard tyres. But you see, Mix has really built up a good gap to Vibs, like 9 to 10 seconds almost. And SF no longer has DRS on Mix. Oh, that's got to be rough. Uvan has not listened to what I've said, and he keeps trying to get everything out of nothing here. He needs to cool down, let his tyres take its time to get into the track, let his ERS save up, and then he can go on the attack. But it's not looking like he's doing that. Cali is 19 seconds ahead. He's absolutely dominated this race. I think he's been in the lead since lap 1. But SF is going to the pits. That's a weird call. Saying on the hards, but I think he might go to mediums for the end. Very peculiar, but I think Bibbs might have taken P3. There we go. It looks like he's taken a lot of time here. Parger now fastest lap. Cobra is back into it. 5th, 6th, and 7th. 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th. Looking like they could kind of get into a fight here. This is looking very juicy. Okay. Parger has lost all his fuel, so he might have to save up. But this is looking deadly. It's Uvan. Just no ERS. And a switch there from Cobra has put him into P5. Uvan nearly got his win there to make sure that Cobra had to go a bit wide, but just not enough. But it looks like Cobra's chasing after Bo, who is trying to exhaust all of his stuff here. But it's looking very tasty. And here we go, Parjan. Looks like he's going on the pounce with Uvan. Let's have a look at this. He's been pushed a bit wide, but it looks like he's got enough. He's got the inside line. Has he got the braking power? He does. Nearly made to Cobra there, but he's got just enough to keep ahead of Uvan. But Uvan does have the soft tyre, which could run out shortly. But here we go. The P4 to P7 is looking very tasty right now. Also Mix is kind of slowly cutting down the lead. Here we go. Uvan has got into the pits. I think it might be for a set of softs. Not a set of softs. Set of mediums. Could be. Parjan now has a bit of clean air. Obviously Cobra's just ahead by about a second. So if he just kind of warms to the track a bit, obviously he has to save fuel, which we don't know when he'll do, but he needs to save the fuel. And Cobra is on Bo here. The DRS and the ERS on Rich Mix. And he goes round the outside of Bo. Has he got him into the corner? He does. He's got him before the corner. But who will we get in the DRS going into this straight? Probably will be Bo, but Bo will not give in. Looks like Uvan just came out ahead of Thak. But here we go. P4, P5 and P6 just pouncing. Vibs is slowly coming back into his teammate. Just not enough speed at the moment. But here we go. Bo and Cobra, who's got it to the braking zone. They're still together there. But Cobra has kept it ahead. But he go wide and Bo's got it back. Brilliantly there. And it looks like Fox has gone slow. He's lost a bit of wing. But Bo and Cobra having a brilliant fight here. No one giving an inch. And there is a full course safety car. Their prayers have been answered. And the rain is here. This could be a very integral part of the race. Parjan has got a drive-through penalty for speeding under the safety car. Cobra and Bo are both pitted. Bo's gone to the softs. Cobra's gone on to the intermediates. This is way too early for the intermediates. Those are going to overheat. Justin's got a drive-through penalty now. This could be very dangerous. And obviously very integral because the rain could be so big and so vast that Cobra's pit stop could really work. But obviously right now, his tyres are going to go overheat syndrome mode. And up ahead, slow car, it is the safety car just waiting at the side, waiting for Callie, who, the question is he going to pit? That is the big question on everyone's mind. J-Dog and Thacker pitted, but will Callie pit because his teammate is in P6 at the moment? And Callie has not pitted. He stayed out on his medium tyres. Bold move. What will Mix do? Because his tyres have surely got to be containing a lot of degradation. Let's see what he does. And he's staying out. Could that be a mistake? Cobra, obviously, the only man, I think, on the intermediate No. Thak is also on the intermediate. Jordan going on to soft tyres. Looks like two people taking very big gambles. Callie is caught up back to the safety car. This has got to really hurt Callie's chance of winning. And SF has got a 3-second penalty. But this has got to really hurt the chances of Callie because he had a 20-second gap before the safety car. And the rain is really coming down. Looks like Cobra might have made the right choice. And he has. Cobra has made the right choice. He's really gotten this strategy correct. It looks like everyone's now going out to pit for the intermediate tyres. I think, yep, he's pitting for the intermediates, but Vibs has gone on for softs. I wonder what Vibs were thinking there, but Cobra's got P4. The top three still on their respective slick tyre. But Cobra looks like he's done a brilliant job there, keeping on his intermediate tyres, because I think he knew something that we didn't. Obviously, we can't really contact race control and see what the weather is like, and if it's enough time for intermediates. But obviously, we'll know it's definitely time when there's a massive, when there's a wet line that everyone can go through and have a better time with. But Bo really losing it a bit there on his intermediates. Parjan kind of struggling there. Will these two pit? Will Callie pit? Callie has gone for it. Callie has done the gamble here. Mix stays ahead. But at what cost? Could this cost him the race? Because obviously the amount of time that it takes to do the pit stop will be reduced, and the damage of it will be reduced because it's under safety car conditions. but not everyone's catching up to the safety car at the moment, and Parger's going to the pits. This is a good gamble that Cobra has really benefited from. He really got he got this strategy right here. Obviously, it doesn't look like it's time for intermediates, but by the time the safety car's done, it could be. Looking very promising. And he's going to come out ahead of Parger, I think. A podium for Cobra, who most of the time was just ghosted. This could be something here. Who's going to get ahead? Cobra or Parger? It looks like Parger's just gone ahead. But Cobra, I think he's got the place. Parger has to see. No. Parger got the position and Cobra had to see position. But this is a really good place for Cobra right now. This is excellent, and I think everyone has now gone on to the intermediate tires. Vips is one of the only people that is still on his soft tires. Mix is still on his soft tires, but I think that's his AI. Vips has really taken the gamble of staying on his softs. But you can see all the marble flying about because of the intermediate conditions. It's definitely time for the intermediate tyres. Look, the marble has come off the track now. It looks like the racing line is starting to come a bit more wet. But here we go. Jordan, P13, obviously cannot pass under the safety car to go and unlap himself, unfortunately. But will Mix pit? That is the question. And Mix is going for it. Mix has taken the gamble, but that has cost him a lot there. That's got to cost him so much. Vibbs surely has to pit now. It's too wet for those tyres. Surely has to be. And Vibbs has pitted. The person that probably benefited the most from this was Cobra and Thak. Thak may have not gained a lot of positions, but Cobra really has. Cobra is now P3, Parger P2, and Kali has retained P1 at the moment, and he nearly lost it under safety car conditions. And maybe even SF. Mix if he's fast enough. Bo, I don't know. But everyone is now in the intermediates. It is time for those tyres to come into effect. But one thing that is guaranteed, no one will have to pit for the rest of this race unless there is a catastrophe. And if so, looking forward to it. Just look at that shot of everyone just driving under the safety car there. Obviously, this is going to benefit a lot of these people because of their ERS, even Uvan. Probably the person that I've been the most displeased with this race has not really taken to the track nicely. He's not saved the DRS when he needs to. But look at everyone here, just... Ooh. Obviously, ladies and gentlemen, like I said before the start of this race, sorry for the video being a bit weird. It's just the fact that I can't do anything about it. And Mix has got a 5-second penalty for contact with Vibbs. Not Vibbs. Mix got one for contact with SF. But Kali going to lead the charge on the safety car restart. The safety car is not in yet. It's going to be coming in. But Kali has to time this right. And I think he might have got it. We're going to be under green flag conditions and we are underway in the wet weather. Just look at this. Not everyone caught up to the safety car, but there is a healthy amount of people here. This could be legendary. But Kali has really boosted away here. Cobra trying to catch up to Parjan. Obviously, a Williams podium will cement them at the top of the constructors, but SF could be able to fire from Mix. Bo's kind of lost a bit of time. Vibs losing a bit here, and then it's just the top 7 that are close together right now. But there's a gap starting to form from P3 to P4. Look at that, nearly 2 seconds. SF is really not liking the wet weather right now. This could really hurt their chances for the Alfa Romeo team. But here comes Cobra. Could he get down the inside of Parjan here? Obviously, I think DRS has now been disabled and he's locked up. Parjan's got a bit wide, but Cobra still has his wing in. Cobra still has the right to be alongside. But now no longer does, as Parjan has just got the gap. This is the bit I'm most worried about with everyone. Look at this. The spray in their faces and the fast left-right corners. This is not going to be great. And Parjan's got slow and Cobra's got him. Like I said, fast, and Parjan's got into the pits. I wonder why he's going into the pits. I don't know if it's wing damage or whatever, but right now Cobra has now taken P2 and a podium for McLaren, but Parjan has kind of cost the Williams racing team here some crucial points. He may come out in P7 or P8. Bo, ooh, bit of understeer there by Bo. But SF, oh my god, he's really not liking this weather. Obviously, Bo has been known for being a wet weather specialist around these tracks. Like, he and Street Circuits really gel together, but let's see if he can gel in a great couple of laps to get his first podium of Season 2. Obviously, no DRS and a lot of spray, so it's going to be more reliant on the driver's ability here. RBH Cobra is in P2 currently, has not got a lot of time to Kali, and he's nearly ran out of ERS already. But here we go. Mix. Can he get SF here? He's got the better acceleration. Oh, he tapped the wall. He tapped the wall. I think his end plate's gone. This is going to really affect him going into this fast last sector. These last couple of corners are going to be really... This could be the turning point for Williams this season. This race here, if this wing does not hold out as it's currently not looking like it, Bo has got P4 to Mix P5 now. SF is keeping the healthy gap and Mix has to go into the pits. This is not looking great here. SF and Bo will now be fighting for the spot of P3, and SF went a bit wide there. But it looks like Cobra and Kali are starting to catch one another here. This is looking very interesting. Parjan and Mix now. P6, P7. It could go even lower for Mix. P8, P9, P10. Could be P11. This ain't looking great for him. But Cobra has to catch Kali now on pure pace. Kali locks up into the corner. It's all about the acceleration here, ladies and gentlemen. Can Cobra accelerate out this corner a lot better than Kali? And it's not looking like it. Mix has got P10. Can Cobra get him? Kali using all of his ERS as well. And he's got a lot more to use. Tap in contact from Cobra. But can he get the inside line and get the acceleration? No, Kali covers him off. I've got the hiccups now, great. But it's looking very close between the top two. This could cement Kali's spot and a title contender. Uvan and Justin are getting very close together as well. So's Pargin and Bibbs here. This is going to be very interesting. We've got 5 laps remaining, ladies and gentlemen. The lead, the winner, is not decided yet. The podium is not decided yet. Anything can happen. And Pargin's got the acceleration on Bibbs, but he's also got barely any fuel. But he has got him. There's a yellow flag in sector 1. It looks like Callie's been spun round. Contact with Cobra could be the reason. But Callie has to be wise. He has to let Bo pass. This is not looking good for Callie. Like I said, the win is not certain. The podiums are not certain. Now the podium's up for grabs between 3 Ferrari-powered teams. But Cobra looks pretty certain in P1 now. It might not actually be P1 after the race, depending on the contact. But it's looking like a very, very good race here. As we see, Uvan and Justin now are going to be fighting for P7. But it's looking very good. From P2 down to P4, even P5 and 6 if they can get quick enough. He's looking very, very good. I think both got a bit of damage. No, he has not, but Callie does. And that's the thing. P5, P6. But Justin has got Uvan. Uvan's got damage! And it's a virtual safety car. I wonder what happened here. There's too much going on up at the front here. But this could be the perfect time for Callie to pit under the virtual safety car. And Bo's pitting, not Callie. What? That surprises me a lot. Now, Cobra now, lap 25 is still in the lead, but you see there, SF and Callie are just behind. This will definitely be a great last couple of laps. Bo's taking advantage of the virtual safety car. Has not lost as much time as he would, and Pargin's got a drive-through penalty. He's not looking all that great right now. The top 3 are Cobra, SF, and King Callie in the Vietnam Grand Prix around the Hanoi Street Circuit. Bo comes out P6. Could have been a lot lower than the virtual safety car, so he's got to be thanking his lucky stars there. But it looks like Bibbs and Pargin could be coming close here. But Callie has got to concentrate, put his head down for his last 3 to 4 laps, and put everything he has into these laps. But here is Cobra in first place in the McLaren. I think this will be the first win for McLaren this season if it all goes to plan. But unfortunately for Williams, their man in P4 has to do a drive-through penalty once again. But here we go. Let's have a look at some details of some penalties. SF has 8 seconds of penalties. King Callie's only 3 seconds behind. This is going to be deadly, these last couple of laps. SF could fall down to either P4, maybe P5. Not even P5, sorry. But it could have been P4 if Pargin did not get the drive-through penalty. Looks like Pargin's not doing it this lap. But up ahead, you see Callie. But you see there, Cobra on lap 26. SF is not that far behind, but the 8 seconds have got to nullify the gap. Pargin is just going to keep going. Bibbs is behind Giordini, who will have to let him pass under blue flag rules. He has a certain amount of time to do it in. Bo P6, Mix P7. Bo looked like he lost it there. With Thak P8, who's not that far behind Mix. P9 J-Dog. P10 Justin. P11 is Uvan. P12 is Wobble. And P13, obviously, unfortunately, is Jordan. But obviously, blue flag conditions right now are going to affect this. Oh, Vibs. Bit of a drift around the corner. This could be very interesting. Cobra kind of got a dominant lead. SF does not have any DRS, so he cannot play around. He needs to find the pace on his own technical ability. Parjan is just behind Kelly, but this does not matter when you have a drive-through penalty that you have to serve before the end of this race. Nibs in P5, losing time to Jordan. Got Bo in P6, who could look like he could catch up to Vibs if he puts his mind into the track and gets those lap times in. But this is looking very interesting. Everything could go down here. Parja's catch up to Cali, but he has to do a drive-through penalty. And he has to do it next lap or he's disqualified. This has just not been a great race for the William Works team. Bo obviously sporting the number 47, which is the number of Mick Schumacher. But this could be interesting. There is a 2.4 second gap. Parjan and Cali getting close, but Parjan has to do his drive through this lap. Bo just kind of drifting it slightly through the corner to get the speed, but also the turning power. Cobra currently in P1, driving beautifully, is on the long straight. Obviously, the right-hander on the long straight could prove to be fatal to some drivers if they get it wrong. Snap of oversteer, they have to correct it, and then their back end will be into a wall. If they understeer, front end into a wall. This is how dangerous this track can be, ladies and gentlemen. And Bo has caught Vibs. He is within a second. But that does not matter because there is no DRS. But there is a King Cali and Parjan fight going on. But there'll also be a Vibs and Bo fight going on in the next couple of laps as well. But this is looking very interesting. Bo. Vibs has lost it! Into the wall! Vibs has given in to the pressure of Bo. And Vix could get P6 here. Bo has pretty much cemented P5, maybe even P4, because Parjan has to do his drive-through penalty. This is a very great result for Ferrari. And Vibs has lost his tyre. He's out of the race. And Mix hit him as well. That was not great. Parjan doing his drive-through. And it is a P3, P4 for Ferrari at the moment. Mix in P6. That P7 just in P8. Uva P9. Wobble P10. J-Dog P11. Jordan P12. Racing Point and AlphaTauri have got to buck up their ideas next race. Because, to be honest, AlphaTauri were the Constructors' champions last season. This does not look like Constructors' champion-worthy performances. Parjan's in P5 now, just ahead of his teammate. But this looks really good for the Ferraris in the Constructors' fight. P3 and P4, the number 21 and the number 47. But if Cali gets enough time, about 2 seconds lap of time, it could be P2 if he buckles down for these last couple of corners. But as you can see up ahead on SF's camera view is Cobra, who is currently in the lead in the final sector. Here we go now. Cobra doing the last sector. And this will make him one of the new race winners. This is it through the last couple of corners for RBH Cobra. Through the last corner now, as Cobra wins the Vietnam Grand Prix with a very convincing drive. Obviously, there's going to be some controversy with how he won between him and Cali, but it is a P1 for Cobra, P2 for SF, P3 for Cali. There's a P4 for Bo. It is P5 for Parjan. And a great P6 for Mix, who nearly lost it. Just to get over the line. Just in P7 most likely, but Thack is just behind. Could this be something until the last corner? Or will Thack just stick behind? It looks like he will. Justin will be taking P7. And Thack takes P8. Uvan looks like he'll be taking P9. With P10 going to wobble. It's been a great race. And a great victory, ladies and gentlemen. Wobble just trying to get over the line in P10. And he has done so. What a race for this man right here. RRBH Cobra has won the Vietnam Grand Prix. A drive of the day does go to Parjan, who will get a point in his title fight for the Constructors. And there you see Cobra just dancing away at the end of the race. What a race. And I'm so glad I commentated it. There were some great overtakes. Mix and Vibs probably overtake of the day there. But drive of the day does go to Parjan. But that does not matter, as your winner is Cobra. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank you all so much for watching this race. Next, I think tomorrow, I don't know if I'll be able to do it tomorrow, but we do have, next weekend will be the finale for this season, I think. I think I'm wrong there, but we'll think about it. But, ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank you all so much for being here. I hope you all take care. And peace, ladies and gentlemen. Well done to Cobra. Great drive. Cali unfortunately lost out of the win. Bit of controversy there. Bo had a great drive. Started from 7th, got to 4th. Parjan as well. But ladies and gentlemen, thank you all so much for watching. Hope you all take care. I'll see you all later.